as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. Here's Hoyer. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now Hoyer. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Hoyer. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be brought out by their QB, the former number 10 overall pick in the draft from Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, man, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A look at the numbers for Sharp a week ago. 5 catches, 66 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this 1st drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 55 yards.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, field, gain nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So he's going to throw the football. That would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
An update from down in L.A. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed, and more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Scott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
I mean, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Hassan Ridgeway in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 23 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. That's gonna go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
And to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Looking right side him, he's got him in. That's Jordan. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Roberto Aguayo now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So that'll back them up 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. This offense is a group ranked 30th on the ground, and those are the kinds of runs that have earned them that spot.
Yeah, dubious distinction, right? Because no one wants to be in that position, and no matter what your style of play, you want to be known as a team that can run the ball when you need to.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
Let's go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, should these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught. But sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Room here to run.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, the size, the hands,
speed, and they can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get the game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
That's fielded in the end zone. Able to push his way through. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play. Yeah, thank you. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll set up a throw, and this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get Stouter up front. And now
look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Look at this, tight end on the corner, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a perfect.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The 49ers are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Chiefs just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Down to early in the second. Hoyer's got the completion here, and he'll end up at the 40-yard line before being tackled. Later on the drive, Jordan's the target on the quick pass, and this play will go for 6. They're now on top by 4. Following the forced fumble, it's Hoyer, a completion over the middle, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Lead now goes to 13. So that'll do it from our studios in Orlando for the second half kickoff. Let's get you back out west to Santa Clara and Brandon Guy.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Glendale, and the Bucs are out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They go play fake. Mahomes. Throw left side, caught by Butler. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here. here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the one. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 2nd and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And he's able to put it through. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Now on first down. They find some open field here. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. throw on second down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. And it's third and short.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks, don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
All right, now, look at 56. No, check. Patriot. Hurry up, here we go.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Play clock winding down. He'll look to throw. There's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City.
What's tight? Tight end right. What's tight? Tight end right. Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Mahomes now on first down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Second down now after the pass completion.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start. Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. 8 yards to go here on second down.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green 30.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Set. Blue 90.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they do.
And now running right through it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the 49ers continue to roll. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tajay Sharp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Elsewhere across the league, fourth quarter action in Los Angeles. And the Rams now have swung back in front in that game. Todd Gurley making the difference on the ground. He is scooting up towards 100 yards. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And the play clock's running down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
On first down, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Time for a break. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From midfield, here's Mahomes. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Mahomes to throw once more. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Pushing the foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and
offense on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go now.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Elsewhere across the league, fourth quarter action in Los Angeles. Quite a bit of offense in that one with the Packers swinging back in front. Aaron Rodgers, good game throwing the ball over 300 passing yards. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.